What's good? This is Trey, and welcome to this live presentation. Today, I want to talk about beast mode commitments. I want to talk about commitment levels. How committed are you to your goals? How committed are you to your vision? How committed are you to your purpose? I also want to talk about this idea that I learned from Dan Pena. Dan Pena is a very successful businessman. He goes by the billion dollar man. I think he's a trillion. He calls himself the $1 trillion man now. But one of the things he said that I really agree with and I really vibe with is this idea of coma or death. And what he means by that is when he gives his word or when he says he's going to do something, the only way he's not going to do it is if he ends up dead or in a coma. Now, when I heard that, I was like, yo, that's extreme. But when you have big goals and you have a big vision, you have a purpose, and you really want to achieve what you have to achieve, that's the kind of commitment that's necessary. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes. You got to be willing to show up no matter what. When you say you're going to do something, you got to actually do it. Your word has to mean something. You know, when I set a goal, if I set a goal and I say, look, this is my goal, and I want to hit this goal in 90 days. If 90 days come, 90 days comes, and I have not hit the goal, what most people do is they lower the goal, or they say, maybe it's too big of a goal or whatever. If the 90 days come and I have not hit the goal, I'm going to keep going. I'm not dead yet. I'm not in a coma. I'm going to keep going. I haven't hit the goal. Okay, it didn't happen in 90 days. All right, let's keep going. My commitment level to my goals, to my vision, to my purpose is I'm going to keep going until I'm dead. Okay? 50 Cent had this idea of get rich or die trying. That was his mindset when he went after his goals, went after his dreams. His mindset was get rich or die trying. I understand what he means by that. You literally got to do whatever it takes. You literally got to be so committed to your goal that nothing can stop you. Okay? You are going to fall. You are going to make mistakes, but you get up and you keep going. There is no quits. There's no quit button. There's no give up button. There's only forward movement. There's only keep going. There's only get back up. There's only get creative. Figure things out. But there's no quit. There's no stop. There's no surrender. There's none of that. And that's the mentality. Coma or death is just saying, look, if I say I'm going to do something, it's going to happen. It's done. And if it don't happen, that means I done died before it happened or I've ended up in a coma. And that shit is strong. Now, he's just using that, he's using that as, just to show his commitment level, but he actually takes that seriously, though. And so do I. I was like, yo, I feel you. Because I noticed the goals that I hit in my life, it were the ones that I really were committed to. When you're not committed to a goal, it's very unlikely you're going to hit it. Because a lot of times, it's going to take that kind of commitment. You're going to have to really, be about what you're saying. You're going to have to take some actions that you don't want to take, or maybe, a little outside your comfort zone, stuff like that. But it's necessary. It has to get done. If you don't do it, who's going to do it? It's your goal, it's your vision, it's your purpose. So you got to step up. You have to step up to the plate. And you got to keep stepping up consistently. It's not a one-time thing. It's a consistent thing. We need discipline. There needs to be discipline. There needs to be focus. There needs to be belief. You need to believe in yourself. Believe in your goal. You need to be confident. You need to believe that you can actually handle whatever it is, whatever challenge you're faced with. I can handle this challenge, right? There's no challenge that's too big for me in my own life, right? You got to believe you're bigger than your life in the sense that there's nothing in your life that you cannot handle, okay? And when you set these goals, when you have a vision, when you have a purpose, your commitment needs to be 110%. 100%, that's great, but why not go for 110%? Let's guarantee the success of our goal. Let's go above and beyond. There is leave no stone unturned. There is nothing I'm not willing to do. Now, I'm not saying that you start off like that. You start off where you are. You know, you're going after a big goal. You're not gonna, if you're trying to build a house or build something, it's one brick at a time. You don't magically the house shows up. It's one brick at a time. And then as you're building the bricks, you get better at building the bricks. So then you start building them faster. And then you get more resources. So now you got more technology. So now you got some help, some device to build the bricks even faster, whatever. Right? But you start off where you are. You start off with one brick. You put the brick. But the whole point is, it's like consistent action. This commitment is not a one-day thing. It's not. It's a consistent commitment. This is over time. A year comes, 2 years, 3 years, and you still focused on that goal. And everybody's saying, man, I don't know, man, you should probably try something else. No, I'm committed. This is my goal. This is my vision. This is my purpose. However long it takes, that's fine. But that's why it really needs to be something that you're passionate about, man. You got to find what you're passionate about. That thing that really gets you energized, that really, gets your soul, burning, burning with flames. What is that thing that you really excited to do? That thing that gets you electric, that gets your energy going. Because if it's like these little goals, or some idea that somebody else gave you, you're not gonna stay motivated, man. The fire, the flame is not gonna, stay up. It's gonna, burn out at some point. If you're not really passionate about it, it's hard to stay consistent. Like, I've tried that. If I don't really believe in something, I'm not really passionate about something, I'm not gonna commit to it, because I already know I ain't really with it, man. It's not for me. But when I know I really want something, I don't bullshit myself. I understand, look, there's gonna be fears, there's gonna be obstacles, there's gonna be insecurities that are gonna come up. That's part of the challenge, that's part of the journey. That's what makes it interesting. How are you gonna overcome this challenge? How are you gonna overcome this fear? That's where your character comes in. That's where you demonstrate the type of man that you are. What happens when things are not going easy, right? What happens when it gets challenging? What happens when it gets tough? That's when we find out who you really are. That's when we find out your true character. It's not when everything is going easy. When everything's going easy, that's when everyone can do it. That's when everyone's everything's great. But then when things are not going well, that's when you see people complaining and blaming others and saying, oh, why is this happening to me? I'm turning into a victim and all that shit. I respect the man that when things are going, shit is flying around in this crazy mess or whatever. I respect the man who's still grounded, who's cool, who can handle the pressure. He's cool under pressure because he's responsible. He's like, yo, okay, it's a challenge. Let me show y'all why I am who I say I am. Let me show you the type of man I am. Let me show you what makes me different from everybody else here. Everybody's zigging, I'm a zag. Right? Everybody's running away, I'm going to stand firm. Right? You want to be the man that when things aren't going well and things are tough, people are like, just leave it up to so-and-so. He got this. Right? That's the type of man I want to be. I want to be the man that can handle the tough shit. And so how do I become this man? I put myself through challenges. You as a man, you want to strengthen your own character. You want to challenge yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to challenge you. Don't wait for life to challenge you. You challenge yourself. It's simple. It's simple. Little things like waking up at the same time. Waking up early at that same time that you said you was going to wake up, and it's not pressing no snooze button. Ain't nothing to respect about a man that's pressing a snooze button, bruh. Ain't nothing to respect about a man that gives his word and then breaks his word. And then he thinks it's okay. He's like, oh man, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I forgot that. That's one of the things I don't like that. When I make, arrangements with another man and I'm expecting his word to mean something and then he goes back on his word. I can't respect that, man. And that shows me his commitment level. Look, imagine we talking about business and then we say, oh, we're going to show up at this certain time to have a meeting to talk about business. He's late to the meeting. Why would I want to do business with a man like that? He can't even show up to the meeting. That just shows his commitment level. You see what I'm saying? So your commitment level, it shows in every area of your life. You got to be committed, man. If you set a goal, you got to really be about the goal. If you're not going to be about it, don't even set the goal. You're wasting your time. Set a goal that you know you're going to commit to. Set a goal that you're 110% committed to. That you're going to do whatever it takes and go above and beyond. Do what most people would not do. You know, that's how I feel about my goals, man. When I set a goal, I don't care what's going to happen. I'm going to keep going. Whatever the goal is, I'm not going to stop until the goal is hit. That's my mentality. And it's either I'm going to die or end up in a coma. Or I'm going to hit the goal. It's one of the three. It's not, oh, let me make the goal a little smaller. So instead of making $1 million, you know, let me just go for, you know, 10,000 or whatever. Or 100,000. No, bro, whatever the goal is, that's the goal. You see, here's the problem. If you set a goal and then you change it because you faced a challenge, I mean, what does that say, man? You can't handle a challenge? That shows weakness. That's weakness in your character, man. As soon as you get hit with a challenge, you start breaking down and backtracking. That's the same thing when you approach a woman and then she tests you and then you just back down and start breaking your character. It's the same shit. How you do one thing is how you do another thing. If you're not showing up in your life, a woman's gonna smell that off of you. She's gonna smell, yo, this ain't a real man right here. She could smell the weakness. That's why you need to be on point in your life. You need to be doing your shit. You need to be committed to your life. You need to make sure that you're showing up and you're in your masculine energy, you know, and you're doing your thing. So then when you go and talk to the woman, she can just tell. She doesn't need to test you because she can feel your energy. The reason they test you left and right, because they feel something off in the vibe. Yeah, there's something off in the vibe. You're not a committed man. You're not committed to your goals. You're not really tapping into your potential. You're not going as hard as you can. Your commitment level's too small. It's too weak. So my mindset is, yo, you know, beast mode commitment. How bad do I want my goal? 10 out of 10, I want my goal 100. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want to hit your goal? The number for me is 100. The number for me is infinite, right? I'm willing to do whatever it takes. But I'm not stupid though, okay? Like, I know when you set a goal, especially if it's a big goal, you don't actually know how you're going to hit the goal, right? You can make a plan all day and night. It's not going to go exactly how you planned it. Never does, okay? But what you can do is, the only thing you can do is do what is in your control. So you take action, you do the best of your ability. Then as you see things aren't working, you make changes, you adjust, okay? But you stay committed the whole time, no matter what happens. If the plan don't work right away, you change up the plan, whatever you got to do. But the commitment it stays, right? Next day, still working on your shit. Next day, still working on your shit. Next day, still working on your shit. However long it takes. A lot of times, if you're really committed, it happens a lot sooner than you may even think is possible, right? Things start happening fast. But it's when the commitment's weak, that's when shit is slow as hell. It's moving real slow. Same challenge, same condition for many years, right? Because the commitment level is not there. That's why you need to get focused and clear on what your goal is, what your vision, what your purpose is. So you know what you're committing to. Right? People don't want to get clear on their goal, their vision, because now they become responsible. Oh, I don't want to set a goal. I've literally heard this. I don't want to set a goal because then if I don't hit the goal, I'm going to disappoint myself. What kind of commitment is that? You set a goal and you commit to it 110%. You say, look, I'm setting this goal and I'm going to keep going after this goal and I'm not going to stop. The only way I stop is if I'm dead. That's the commitment level. That's the commitment level. That is what's necessary. If you have a big goal, dreams, whatever, and you really want to hit it, like there's a difference between having a goal and like, it would be great if it would be nice if I achieved that goal, nice if I made that money, nice if I got that girl. Okay. That dude versus the guy that says, man, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Man, there's nothing I won't do to hit my goal. Man, I will never stop. I will never give up. Give up, quit, these words are not in my vocabulary. I will do whatever it takes, bro. I will go as long as I need to go, okay? I will go through whatever. Because it's not just about hitting the goal, man. It's the man you become through this process. It's the experiences you have. It's the milestones that you hit, right? The confidence you develop, the certainty you develop. When you go through these, the whole point of setting a goal is so you can have something, a journey to go on, a path to go on that you actually want to go on. If you don't set a goal, somebody else will set a goal for you. Got you moving in some direction you don't want to go. Got you in some job that you hate. Got you in some situation that you despise, right? That's why you got to set goals for yourself. If you're going to go through a challenge, if you're going to go through a struggle, make it worth it. Make it worth it by setting your own goals, setting your own vision, having your own purpose, right? Because life is going to throw challenges. That's a given. Life is going to throw challenges. Life is going to give you stress. It's going to, give you adversity. All these things are going to happen. But which way, how do you want it to happen? Do you want it to happen on the path towards you achieving the exact goal that you want? Or you want it to happen just on, you just floating around in the wind, and headed nowhere, just going in circles? So look, man, commitment level, beast mode commitment. To me, what that means is I'm willing to do whatever it takes, and my word means something. My word means that if I say I'm gonna do something, it's either gonna happen or I'm dead or in a coma. Those are only two excuses. That's what Dan Pena said. The only two legitimate excuses for not doing something that you said you was gonna do was either you were dead or in a coma. And I agree with that. Okay? Like literally, he tells stories of how I think one time he had a business meeting and I think he broke a couple of bones in his body because he was riding a ATV, and he was supposed to go to the hospital or whatever, and he said, no, I need to go to the business meeting. And he showed up to the business meeting in a wheelchair with a neck crutch and all of that. And when I hear that, I'm like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. The first time I heard it, I was like, yo, you serious? But once you really start setting big goals and going after them and you really see what it takes, you understand. I understand why he did that. Because that's how you got to be, man. If you really want to achieve your goals, you got to be extreme. Okay? You got to be extreme. Extreme in your commitment. Right? Not extreme in a way that you're violating anybody. You're extreme to your own commitment to your goal. Okay? I'm committed to my goal. That means I'm willing to wake up early even though I'm not an early person. Right? That means I'm willing to get outside my comfort zone, do some things that I normally wouldn't do, but because I want to hit my goal so badly, I'm going to do it. That means me looking stupid. That means me embarrassing myself. That means me, putting myself out to be judged or ridiculed or whatever it is. Because I'm committed. That's my commitment level. That shows the commitment level. You want to see how committed someone is? What are they willing to do? Right? If they just in their comfort zone always trying to look cool all the time, that's not a committed man. A committed man is the man that's willing to do what most people would not do. So that's beast mode commitment. So look, if you're a man watching this and you want unbreakable confidence, you want laser beam focus, you want discipline, that's commitment right there. A man who's confident, focused, and disciplined, that's a committed man. In order to achieve your goals, in order to make your visions become a reality, in order to manifest what you want, you need to be committed. That's a given. And then the level of commitment is going to determine, how high the chances of you hitting your goal is. Right? And a committed man is a man I can respect, man. That's somebody I want to do business with. That's somebody I want to hang out with. That's somebody I want in my tribe. Okay? By the way, my tribe, I'll leave a link to my group. It's called the Unbreakable Beast Tribe. This is for men who want to commit to some goals, man. Men who want to commit to their vision, to their purpose, and stop floating around in the wind and making excuses and complaining about shit and being, just being a little pussy, bro, like straight up. The Unbreakable Beast Tribe. This is for men that want laser beam focus. They want unbreakable confidence and ironclad discipline. These are traits that are necessary to make an impact on this planet, to actually achieve your goals, to actually accomplish what you want to accomplish in this lifetime. because time is ticking. You don't have infinite time on this planet. You have a limited time, and you don't even know when that time is going to end. So what are you doing with your time? What is your commitment level? All right. So I'll drop a link to the Unbreakable Beast Tribe if you're interested in becoming a man of discipline, a man of focus, a man of confidence, a man of commitment. Join the tribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.